It's Roglič, Nibali, Mollema, and Simon Yates obviously has lost a bit of time, but that's the three now we expect to be in a week's time in the first three of the GC.
Yeah, ultimately, I think you look at in all Grand Tours, the first 10 days of the race are just a slow process of elimination. Someone has a crash, someone gets sick, someone gets injured, and one by one, they drop away. And then I think in the final week, then you see who really the real contenders are.
And it's quite often you'll hear riders say that. Do you think you're looking at a GC ride in this Giro and they'll just say, if I can get through that first 10 days and see where I'm at, then it might be game on. So I think that 10-day period it's like the end of the first block, isn't it now?
Yeah.
3 days essentially.
Yeah, and I think all the riders looked at that first rest day as like a real significant milestone. We're going to get to there and then reassess again at the first rest day, because that really feels like the halfway point in the Giro.
Yeah. And I think the danger with Primož Roglič now is that obviously he's second on GC, but he is the previous favourite. That's the virtual leader, if you like, and really all he has to do, and I say that with the utmost respect because there's no such thing as all you have to do in a Grand Tour, but he can ride quite defensively now. He doesn't need to go on the attack. He doesn't need to gain any more time. He would win the Giro d'Italia with that time deficit because we expect Valerio Conti to fall away. Yeah. But to be optimistic about it from a fan's point of view, we could then see, we were chatting about this in the breakaway, Simon Yates, if we get into the third week and it's do or die for him, we know how exciting he can be. We know how attacking he can be. And I loved watching him every single stage last year, just trying to get as much time as he could. If he does a reverse Simon Yates, we're talking about him doing it at Chris Froome, if he does a reverse Simon Yates where he sort of tanked it today, but then comes back and goes on the attack every day in the last 3 weeks, you just never know what could happen. I mean, that gives me goosebumps thinking about it, but I know I'm being optimistic because we haven't heard what happened with him.
It does seem optimistic. I mean, Simon Yates has had a disaster today. Roglič has put 3 minutes into him.
Yeah.
Brad, how did you see that?
It was more than I thought. I think I said before the show, a minute and a half, I thought Simon might lose. We knew Roglič was capable of that performance. It was made for him that time, Joel. He's on form. He don't really realise what he's doing, so he's just going out every day and performing. I think the guys around him are more important. Jan Bove and all these guys, it's more important for them to manage how he rides. If they get too excited, because we said he's kind of a work in progress. He maybe doesn't realise. We saw how excited he was at the finish. He's got to contain that now for 10 days. That was a joke. He doesn't really,
He doesn't do excitement, does he?
If you win a stage in the Giro, you normally see people, I'm going to just enjoy it tonight, probably have a glass of wine, really let it sink in. We've got a nice rest day tomorrow. But he's like, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. He's kind of going through it as he's living it. So he's the favourite. There's no doubt about it. He's come out of this first 10 days in the best possible shape, and he's not been without his problems either.